Hey everybody! Good morning or whatever. TGIF. Come on in here. I'm just coming in here really quick. I just want to encourage the dance today. TGIF. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hey. Come on in here. Good morning. So I just wanted to come on and encourage the dads, right? Because I feel like in this society, we have created this stigma that black dads are not in the home, or that dads are only in position to be in a materialistic role, right? As if dads are only put in place to buy things or pay child support, but not be a part of the child's life, right? But we don't take our instructions from society, right? We take our instructions from something spiritual or biblical. Good morning. Hey. So the role of a father is not to be, defined by society, right? Because the way society defines it is not the way it truly is, right? So dads are not just for paying child support, right? Hey, Izzy, how are you? So they're not just, so I'm talking about the role of a father, or the role of dads. I don't know. I don't really get all. I know they say that father means one thing and dad means another, or something like that. But anyway, so I just wanted to get on here and encourage you guys and just remind you what an important role that you carry. Not that you don't know, right? Or not that dads are not out there doing their job, right? Because I know that there's good dads out there. Hey, y'all. Hey. But just a reminder, because, society, hey, Mr. Thompson, society likes to, shape how things are done. And society and the media also likes to shape people's perceptions, right? So the perception is that dads are only put in place. Hey, good morning. Dads are only put in place to be of some type of material gain, right? Dads are only supposed to be in place for child support. Dads are not in the home. But I just wanted to remind you guys and empower you guys about the role of a father, because the father role is a very spiritual role, right? So we take our instructions from our higher power, or what it is that we truly believe our soul, the things that our souls are connected to, right? So it's a spiritual role. So the role of a father is I got a little fancy on y'all, right? Hey, good morning, heart me up or whatever. Hey, Jazz. So we just talking about for the dads that are on, I am encouraging y'all. For the women that are on, it's just a reminder, right? It's just a reminder of the role of a father, because fathers are just as important as moms, right? But sometimes dads get the raw end of the deal. Good morning. Dads get the raw end of the deal. And sometimes I think they forget, just how important they are, because, society wants to dictate that, our black men are not in the home. We have a lot of toxic women, baby moms that just got pregnant with, ulterior motives. So, they're not allowing dads to be a part of their children's lives like they should, right? And then for some dads that do have access to their children, they may not always remember or understand the importance of the role of a father, because maybe they didn't see it. They didn't have a good example of it. So I am here to just drop a few jewels, right? So I did a little research. I do have a lot of people that watch me, and a lot of people on my timeline that are Muslim, right? So the principles that I am utilizing are from Islam. All right. So it's 6 roles of a father, right? It's a leader, and I do have my notes, right? So you can't have 400 and 500 views on your videos and not know come on here and not know what you talk about. So I do got notes today. I don't want to forget nothing. Hey, Ronnie. So we're talking about the roles of a father. So number 1 is to be a leader, right? Number 2 is an economic provider. So that's number 2. So dads are not just a child support check, right? 3, dads are to be a protector, right? 4, an educator. Hey, hurt me up. 5, oh my God, look at Luna. 5, a playmate, right? So it's okay to play with your kids, right? Playmate. And then number 6, a friend, right? So I just want to remind you guys, like, how important it is to be all of those things, right? So society doesn't dictate the role of a father. The baby's mom doesn't dictate the role of a father. Child support court doesn't dictate the role of a father, right? So I want all my dads to feel empowered, right? To feel empowered to operate in these roles in your children's lives. If you have access to your children, I do realize that some people, you know, some dads, they don't have access to their children, you know, because they maybe have a toxic baby's mom, right? So that also kind of like snuffs out the role. It kind of makes you forget who it is that you are supposed to be because you've locked into this stigma, right? So I also have 4 examples, right? 4 examples from the Quran. The first example is that you are to be attentive through supplications, right? So it references the story of Abraham and when he had to go and sacrifice Isaac. And he talked to Isaac about what it was that he was going to do. And he asked him his feelings about it, right? So as a dad, we're supposed to sit down and talk to our children about their feelings, right? Number 2, so that's one of the stories, right? So then number 2 is we are supposed to, hey, heart me up or whatever. So dads are supposed to create healthy communication, right? So the article referenced the story of Yaqub, right? Yaqub and his son Yusuf, right? So he had 10 sons, and his son Yusuf came to him and told him about a dream that he had. And he was able to give his son, hey, good morning. So we're talking about the roles of a father, because I'm just reminding all my dads out there that they play an important role, regardless to the stigmas that society tries to put you guys in a box, or toxic baby's mom, child support court. They don't dictate what the role of a father is. The role of a father is very important, right? So that's the recap for those of y'all who are just joining me. So I am basing my principles on Islamic principles, because I do have a lot of people who are Muslims on my timeline, right? And I don't believe that any one particular religion is right or wrong. I feel like there are good principles and positive principles that we are to live by. Sorry, y'all, that's Luna. Excuse her back. We have positive principles that we're supposed to live by, right? So we are on the, so I was referencing stories from the Quran, right? So the second story was about Yaqub and his son, right? So his son came to him and was able to tell him about a dream that he had. And it talks about how he was able to give his son advice. And it even signifies how he knew all of his sons personally. So this particular son, he knew that, so you may want to keep your dream a secret because people are going to be jealous of you, right? So dads are able to be protectors, right? So he was able to give his son advice because he knew his son, right? So that's the second principle, healthy communication, right? Third principle, fathers should be able to express love and affection through their actions. And it references the story of the Prophet Muhammad and his daughter, heart me up or whatever, if I'm talking good or whatever. So it talks about the Prophet Muhammad and his daughter Fatima. And it talks about how he showed her a great amount of respect, right? A great amount of respect and honor. And it talks about how that respect in turn rubs off on her. So she is able to in turn display those same types of qualities, right? So third role of a father, express love and affection through your actions, right? And then the fourth is a father should be able to impart wisdom and values. And it references the story of Luqman. And it talks about how he was able to, is he the... I think he's the dad. Yeah. So I got notes, y'all. So he taught his son about being accountable, right? So being an accountable person, and also as he was lovable in his manner. And he taught him about being humble, right? So that fourth story references how you should be able to give your children sound advice, right? Teach them about having a moral character, right? And be able to help them with navigating through their life, because you want to see them navigate through their life successfully. Right? So, so I just want to empower my dads today, because fathers hold such a very, very, very important role. And regardless of how society tries to paint fathers, we know that fathers play a very, very important role, just as important as moms, right? So if you're just tuning in with me, make sure you go back and you watch the replay, because I talked about the 6 things that a father should be, which is a leader, an economic provider, a protector, an educator, a playmate, and a friend. And these principles are based on Islamic principles, because I do have a lot of Muslims that are on my friends list and that do support me and are a part of my tribe. So because society wants to dictate what fathers are, I just wanted to put it out there in the atmosphere, the important roles of a father, right? And just empower you guys to, operate in your office, right? Because society doesn't dictate the roles, right? Our roles come from our biblical principles, spiritual principles, right? And as we begin to become more divine, we step into more of a role of a father, right? So that's all I got for you guys, or whatever. So I just want to encourage my dads out there, and just remind my women out there the importance of a father's role. All right, you guys. So I'm about to get back out in these Uber Eats streets or what is, and I will see you beautiful, wonderful people tomorrow. Have a good day. Peace.